course 1 Math Lesson 25 of Saxon says we're going to finally write our division answers instead of being remainders as mixed numbers. More like our calculators maybe do, getting closer to that decimal point style. But a mixed number, it means we're going to do the remainder as a fraction. Okay, no longer 3R3 or anything like that. And then we'll finish up on a review of what multiples are and how we come up with those for any given number. So instead of writing 4 into 15 answer 3 remainder 3, now we get to calculate and show that answer as a mixed number, which means our remainder now actually becomes a fraction. You see, we said 4 goes into 15 only 3 times, and I get 3 times 4 is 12. Take away, and I get a 3 remainder here. Now, instead of remainder 3, I take the 3, make it a numerator on a mixed number fraction, and put it on top of the divisor as my denominator. And the answer is 3 3/4. In this case, we answered a 15-inch length of ribbon was cut into 4 equal lengths. So this is 15 inches, and I cut it into 4 equal lengths. How long is each length? Well, 15 divided by 4 said 3 3/4 inches is the length. Because they're all equal, I know that that's going to be the case. For all these measures, I'll use tick marks to show they're all the same. Okay, let's delve into this further, please. Whole circle is 100%. So what's a third of that? What is a third of 100%? Divide 100 by 3. 3 goes into 10 3 times. Leaves me with 1. I've still got the 0 to drop. Once again, 3. No more 0 to drop. You know, there's numbers after a decimal here, but we don't usually do the decimals yet. So we've got 9 here, right? We got to do 3 times 3 yet. Gave me 1 again, but now I'm done. The decimal was right there, and we're not ready for this step yet. So I take my 1, make it the numerator. What's my denominator? You can even show that arrow to remind you that that's going up here. And then this was a percentage question. So it's 33 1/3%. Notice our answer matches our fraction manipulatives for 1/3. If you look on 1/3, it'll show 33 1/3%, which is helpful. 25/6. To be written as a mixed number, you can actually read it as 25 divided by 6. That fraction bar implies divided by 25 divided by 6. So you put your denominator into the numerator like so. Gets you to a 4, and then you take your remainder. Instead of writing R1, you put 1 over the divisor, the number that did the divising. Multiples, if you recall, do you remember when we talked about multiples earlier? They were paired up with their opposite concept of factors. Factors are numbers that go into a product. So the factors of 4 are 2 and 2. The factors of 81, 9, 9, which we can break down even further into 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Factors are the numbers that go into. Now, what does it say multiples are? It doesn't really give a definition, does it? But the multiples are the numbers that the factors become. Multiples are really products. If it asks, what are the multiples of 2? Count by 2's. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Those are the multiples of 2. Okay, multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay, these are all made up by just 3s. These are made up by 4s. These are made up by 5s. We can break this up further and say that they're also multiples of 2. But if we ask what are the multiples of 4, we're really asking count by 4. So the multiple is not 4. The multiple are all the numbers 4 becomes. So there's many multiples. Another way to think about counting by a number, like counting by 5, think of it as 5 times 1, 5 times 2, 5 times 3, and so on, which gets you to, 5, 10, 15, 20. You're just doing your times tables, aren't you? You're counting by 5s, or counting by 4s, just like we did in kindergarten. What number is the 8th multiple of 7? 7 times 1, 7 times 2, 7 times 3. So just count by 7s. 7, 14, 21. Those are the first 3. 28, 35, 42. Those are the next 3. So I'm at 6. What are the last 2? What's the 8th? 48. No, 49 is 7 times 7. So count all the way up to 56 was my 8th one, counting by 7s. Now you see why they say, think of it as timesing by the number multiple we're counting. So think of it as times 8. And then you can just use 7 times 8 is 56. Instead of counting up 7 plus 7 plus 7 on your fingers, just remember if I'm asking for the 8th multiple, then I'm just doing 8 times whatever number, 7. Okay, let's do A, C, F, and I. Let me circle those for you. A, C, F, and big ol' I there. So 4 problems for me today. Thank you so much.